Let me ask you something. What happens in the first 15 seconds after your salary hits your account? Be honest. You feel that little dopamine surge, right? You check your balance, it looks nice for once, and suddenly your brain starts writing checks. Oh, I can finally get those trainers. Maybe I'll order takeaway tonight. That jacket I've been eyeing is calling my name. And just like that, you've already spent money that hasn't even left your account yet. This is what I call the 15-second payday window, the exact moment when most people financially sabotage themselves without even realizing it. Because here's the brutal truth. The moment that money lands, your brain doesn't see it as a tool. It sees it as a surprise gift, like you've just won the lottery, every single month. And this is why you're stuck in what I call the broke life premium. You make decent money, probably more than your parents did at your age, but somehow it just disappears into the black hole of mindless spending. A fiver here, 20 quid there, subscription services you forgot you had, and suddenly it's 2 weeks until payday and you're eating pasta with ketchup. Sound familiar? Good. Because today we're going to fix that with the most boring, unglamorous, and ridiculously effective formula you've probably never heard of, the 15-65-20 rule. And I promise you, this is going to be the last money video you'll ever need to watch. Let's start with the first number, 15%. The moment, and I mean the moment your salary hits your account, 15% of it needs to vanish. Gone, untouchable, sent directly to your future self. Not savings, not a rainy day fund. This is financial immortality money. This is the money that's going to work for you when you're too old, too tired, or just plain done with trading your time for a paycheck. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I can barely afford my life now. How am I supposed to lose 15% of my income? Here's the thing. You can't afford not to. Let me tell you about Sarah and James. Sarah starts investing £200 a month at age 25. She does this for 10 years, then stops completely. Total invested, £24,000. James waits until he's 35 because, life happens, and then starts investing £200 a month for the next 30 years until retirement. Total invested, £72,000. Guess who has more money at 65? Sarah, by a landslide, because time is more valuable than the amount. That 10-year head start gave Sarah's money time to compound, to snowball, to do the heavy lifting for her. While James was still manually contributing every month, Sarah's money was out there working 24/7, making money babies that made more money babies. This is the snowball effect, and it only works if you feed it early and consistently. That 15%, it's not a sacrifice, it's a seed. And one day, that seed becomes a tree that provides shade when you desperately need it. Your future self is counting on you. Don't let them down. All right, you've locked away 15%. Now we've got 85% left. And here's where most people completely lose the plot. Enter the second number, 65%. This is your fundamental expense cap. Housing, transport, food, utilities, insurance, the stuff you actually need to survive and function. All of it needs to fit inside 65% of your income. But my rent alone is 60%. Yeah, I know. And that's a problem we need to address. But before we go there, let me introduce you to Parkinson's law. Originally, it said work expands to fill the time available for its completion. But in financial planning, it means your expenses will expand to consume whatever income you allow them to. You get a raise? Great. Suddenly, you need a nicer flat, a newer car, fancier groceries, premium gym membership. Your expenses magically inflate to match your income. You're making more, but you're not keeping more. This is lifestyle inflation, and it's the silent wealth killer. Let me give you two people. Person A makes £40,000 a year and drives a £700 a month car payment. That's £8,400 a year just evaporating into something that depreciates the moment they drive it off the lot. Over 10 years, that's £84,000 gone. And that's not even counting insurance, fuel, and maintenance. Person B makes the same £40,000, but drives a reliable used car they bought outright for £8,000. Instead of that $700 monthly payment, they invest the difference. After 10 years of investing £700 a month with average returns, they've got over £100,000. Same income, wildly different futures. The car is just one example. It's the expensive flat in the trendy neighborhood when a perfectly good place exists 15 minutes away. It's the daily £4 coffee because you deserve it. It's the subscription stock that costs £60 a month that you barely use. Here's the harsh truth. Every pound you spend on lifestyle inflation is a pound that could have been working for you. Your job with the 65% is to ruthlessly audit your fundamentals. Ask yourself, do I need this or do I just want it? Is this expense bringing me closer to freedom, or is it keeping me trapped? Because at the end of the day, you can't build wealth if your foundation is built on financial quicksand. Cap your essentials at 65%. Guard that boundary like your future depends on it. Because it does. All right, let's talk about the fun part, the remaining 20%. This is your guilt-free, no questions asked, spend it on whatever the hell makes you happy. Trainers, concerts, that fancy dinner, weekend trips, hobbies, tattoos. I don't care. This 20% is yours to blow. And I know what you're thinking. Wait, you just spent 6 minutes telling me to be disciplined, and now you're saying I can spend a fifth of my income on fun. Yes, exactly. Because here's what most personal finance gurus don't tell you. A plan you actually follow beats a perfect plan you abandon in 6 months. You know what happens when you try to save every penny and live like a monk? You burn out, you crack, and then you go on a spending binge that obliterates all your progress. I call it the financial binge and purge cycle. You deprive yourself, feel miserable, then explode and blow 3 months of savings in one weekend because you deserve a treat. The 20% prevents that. It's your permission slip. It's built into the system so you don't break the system. It's the release valve that keeps the pressure from building up. You want to build wealth? Fine. But you also want to live. You want memories, experiences, joy. Because what's the point of having money in 30 years if you spent those 30 years miserable? The 20% lets you enjoy today while still securing tomorrow. It's not reckless, it's strategic, it's sustainable. And sustainability is what separates people who build long-term wealth from people who crash and burn trying to be perfect. So go ahead, buy the concert tickets, get the trainers, take that weekend trip. Just make sure the 15% went out the door first. All right, let's bring it home all together. 15% to your future self, 65% to your fundamentals, 20% to your freedom. Simple, boring, effective. But here's the catch. None of this works if you rely on willpower. Willpower is a myth. Willpower is what fails you at 11 p.m. when you're scrolling through your phone and that ad hits just right. Willpower is exhausting. Willpower is why most people fail. So here's what you do instead. You automate the system. The day after payday, not payday, the day after, you set up automatic transfers. 15% goes directly into your investment account. You never see it. It's gone before you can spend it. Your bills and essentials, the 65%, get paid automatically. Whatever's left, that's your 20%. Spend it. Enjoy it. Zero guilt. Automation removes the decision. It removes the temptation. It removes the mental load. Consistency beats brilliance every single time. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need to time the market. You don't need to pick the perfect stocks. You just need to show up month after month and let the system do the work. Because here's the reality. In 10 years, you're going to be somewhere. The only question is, where? You'll either be sitting there financially free, looking back and thanking yourself for starting today, or you'll be sitting there still broke, still stressed, wishing you had started 10 years ago. The 15-65-20 rule won't make you rich overnight. It won't give you a viral TikTok story. It's not sexy, but it works. And working is better than wishing. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to keep treating payday like a surprise gift and wondering where the money went? Or are you going to take control, automate the system, and finally build the life you actually want? The choice is yours, but your future self is watching. Don't let them down. If this video just changed your financial life, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment telling me which percentage you're struggling with most, and go set up those automatic transfers right now. Your future self will thank you. See you in the next one.